Face-off won by the Icemen. They'll go D to D. Romulus will gain the zone and rim it around the boards. Stopped by the Sabres tender. Bring up the ball, but no further. Smith will drive it in. Bring it to Porozny. Porozny looks, dives, dips, backhand, forehand. And Smith got dumped right in front of the net as Porozny tried to tuck that in. He beat the defenseman in close. Good job by Romulus to keep the man to the outside. Puck still held by the Sabres below the goal line, though. Up to the half wall on the far side, moved down on a slick drop pass to the man deep in the zone. That doesn't materialize, and Porozny at the end of his shift will bring it in with Knapsack. Porozny push off the puck. Tries to chop that back into the zone. That doesn't work, and he'll go off. Moved up to Binder. Binder one touch to Vanderham. Great outlet pass. Vanderham back to Binder. Binder right down Main Street. Fires, and that's fended off by the Sabres keeper. It's going to be thought it was going to be a 2-on-1 there as the Sabres enter the zone with Vanderham on the great backtrack. Binder tries to chip that out. Hot shot back in, fended off by Jordan. Misfire by the Sabres player, and Vanderham tries to toe drag it, still inside. The blue line doesn't get out. Ferris goes back to get it. He's bodied into the boards hard. Great job finishing the check by the Sabres player. As Ferris took the brunt of that, but he looks to be no worse for wear. Back up. Vanderham up to Binder. Just outside the Sabres blue line. He'll put it into the Sabres zone. Binder loses an edge. Sabres come back 3-on-2. Vanderham on the backtrack. Takes that out of the equation, and that hot shot up over the glass, up over the netting by a good foot into the glass. Carrier into the corner. Moves the puck up to Baines. Baines will pick it up and get out to center. Baines tries to beat his man, and Gwinnett on the delayed offside as Baines tags up. Throws it deep into the Sabres zone. Picked off by Gwinnett. Gwinnett moves it over to Weeks. Weeks with a shot. The Sabres tender able to close the wickets to keep that out. Carrier pinches down low, and a 2-on-1 is going to develop. Romulus tries to keep his man to the outside. Centering pass. Fended off by Weeks and Carrier as they came back to close off that Sabres option. Drive into the far post. Puck in on net, and Jordan will hold on for a whistle. So KC702 with a quick goal at the start of the second period have taken a 2-goal lead. Porozny, Smith, and Giamaroli. Hot shot. Good job by Jordan to fend that off with his right arm. The Sabres player goes sliding into the net, and Jordan had to jump up and over to prevent getting injured. Conveniently had a soft landing as he landed on the Sabres forward. The net is ajar, and as a result, the faceoff will be to the left of Jordan as Porozny is in to take the draw. Porozny will win it back to Foot. Foot pounded in the corner, and the Sabres come out of the corner with it, and the net is ajar again as Jordan had to be sharp to knock that back into the corner. The Sabres able to pick up the puck in the corner and come right to the front of the net, almost able to tuck that in. And Jordan sharp again. Pass by Ferris misses its mark with Smith, and that'll be down for an icing. Vanderham, Binder, and Knapsack up front That shot through traffic is gloved down by Jordan. He'll cover up. Good face-off win by the Sabres and a great shot by the D-man to fire that through about 6 bodies, but Jordan able to read that through traffic. Again, reads it. Makes the initial stop of the rebound right to a Sabres player, and he will bury that to give the Sabres a 3-0 lead. 3:58 into this second period. Keep in mind the Sabres are the full complement of players and adversity. As Binder will give it to Vanderham, he drives with speed, fires it off the Sabres tender's glove. Great shot by Vanderham. Can't elevate that up over the glove. And delayed offside. The Sabres will pick it up and move it into the Iceman zone. Shot from well outside, steered by Jordan. Up into the netting for a whistle. Weeks in to take the draw. The Sabres will win it, though. Rim it around to the opposite corner. Foot in pursuit. Foot still with the puck. Goes back behind his net and surveys up to Gwinnett on the opposite corner. That's picked off by a pinching Sabres defenseman and held in the zone. Foot back behind the net. Outlet pass to Baines doesn't work. Baines subsequently picks it up, gives it up to Weeks, and Weeks will get it in to the blue line, inside the blue line, but no further. Gwinnett will spin and throw it below the goal line as Weeks gives chase. Gwinnett back to Foot. Foot holds it in. Sabres almost capitalized on an man rush again there. Foot moves it back down to Weeks. Weeks centers it. Looking for Baines. That's intercepted. And the Sabres will bring it out. Sabres into Foot's area. Foot will chip it up. Tries to get Baines. Baines centering pass doesn't work. Second pass right through the legs of Gwinnett as he found himself right in the slot and the primary option for Baines. So good luck there, but Gwinnett unable to find the handle. Puck deep in the Iceman zone. Perosny now out here with Baines and Gwinnett. The only forward able to change off thus far. Long line change, or a long change this period for both teams. 2-on-1 developing. Out of the corner, just misses its mark on the centering pass. Another centering pass just cleared away from the house by Foot, back into the corner. Foot and Carrier out here on a long shift, and as a result, Foot will clear that down to be able to get a line change in with his D partner. The Sabres, one if not two players calling for the puck at the opposite blue line, trying to catch Sear on a line change. That didn't work as Sear able to put pressure on them to prevent the long stretch pass. Shot from just outside the blue line, sails in on Jordan, and he'll hold on for a whistle. Perosny back out here again with Smith and Giamaroli. Ferris will get that off the Perosny face-off win. Giamaroli centers it. Can't get out, and the Sabres will keep it in the zone. Fired wide by a mile. Smith will pick up the puck, center it to Perosny. Perosny will gain the zone. Perosny looks for Giamaroli. Back door. Can't find the handle as the puck just off his stick, but Perosny picks it up, circles around from behind the net, and deposits it over the glove of the Sabres keeper, and your Icemen are on the board. So a clean. Dante Dante and maybe Andrew. So a clean breakout in transition for your Icemen, and very little zone time. Centering pass by Perosny doesn't work to Giamaroli, but subsequently Perosny gets the puck below the goal line, comes out front and puts it up over the glove of the Sabres keeper. And you can see the Icemen now getting momentum, and as a result, Knapczyk has drawn a penalty. Good job by Tyson Knapczyk to drive into the zone, and he's hauled down. And the KC Sabres will put one in the box for holding. So your Icemen looking to continue this momentum on this power play. Face off in the Sabres zone as Homulus patrols the blue line. Ferris to Homulus, to Ferris, to Homulus. Homulus tries to move that down low to Perosny. That doesn't work, and it's intercepted by the Sabres, who move the puck out. Jordan is dumped deep in the zone as he tried to play that, and Sabres player takes out the back of Jordan's skates, and the official's not going to call it. Jordan right down on his back. So Jordan tries to play the puck, does, and then gets back of his skate, gets clipped, he goes down, but the official says no foul. Face-off won by the Sabres, who move it 200 feet back into the Iceman zone. The Icemen have to tag up. That outlet pass doesn't work, and the Icemen turn it over. Fired straight on net, just misses up over the net. As that turnover by the Icemen almost costly. Vanderham will drive in. Budnook back, try to move it to Ferris, but he's hounded and pressured, but keeps the puck. Vanderham moves it down to Ferris below the goal line. Just under a minute remaining in the penalty to the Sabres for holding. Baines at the top. Through traffic. Vanderham providing a screen, and the goalie did not see that till the last second. Perosny with the puck. He'll curl out of the corner. Back to Baines. Baines fires it again. No reaction from the Sabres tender till it was almost at the goal line. But it hits the body and careens into the corner. Vanderham back at the point. To Perosny. Perosny. To Baines. 24 seconds remaining in the penalty. Baines fires it. Looking to go low, blocker. Just misses. And the puck will slide all the way back into the Sabres zone. Errant pass by Jordan doesn't hit the D-man. Sabres will throw it back into the Sabres zone as the infraction player is out of the Cinderman, and we're back to 5-on-5. Sawyers will bring it in and just miss upstairs on the blocker. Foot will shove that back down to the wall. Gwinnett forces a turnover so Foot can keep it in. He moves it down to Weeks. Iceman down low. Knapczyk with a great opportunity in close. Trying to go up over the shoulder of the Sabres keeper on the glove side, but it's foiled. So your Iceman unable to get any quality looks on the power play, and as a result, we are back to 5-on-5. That shot is off of a body and into the Zamboni area. Weeks in to take the face-off. Clean win right back to Gwinnett. And snagged by the Sabres keeper. Face-off again, won by Weeks. Foot tries to evade his man, force the turnover. Weeks. That shot doesn't get through the net. Knapczyk forces the turnover. A centering pass by Weeks is knocked back into the corner by the Sabres goaltender. Another centering pass to Gwinnett. Almost connects. Knapczyk with a turnaround shot going low corner. The Sabres goaltender had to be sharp to keep that out. The Sabres, just to relieve the pressure, throw the puck down, and an icing is called. So your Icemen putting in some offensive zone time here. Looking to strike and cut the deficit to 1. 9:01 remaining in this second period. Carrier over to Homulus. Homulus through traffic, and as Smith and Giamaroli went to the net. Giamaroli with a tip. Great job getting a piece of that as that shot by Carrier went to the net. Puck is moved from the opposite side of center, and the officials are going to wave it off. Sabres defenseman comes in, pinches in, and keeps the puck in. I'll go to the opposite corner on a shot that's steered to the corner by Jourdain. Puck up to the center. Smith will give chase. Grozny will pick it up. He's slashed on the way. No call on the play. Grozny upstairs. Tries to go upstairs. Short side. Just misses. Subsequent shot by Carrier. Tipped by Giamaroli again, I think. And the Iceman again with a good shift in the offensive zone. But nothing to show for it. So putting together some good shifts. Building momentum here and hopefully looking to capitalize in short order. Face-off won by the Sabres. They'll rim it around the boards, and Sawyers will come down and pinch in. Baines back to support the defense. Pick up the puck, move it over to Sawyers. That's intercepted. The Sabres are going to hold it in the zone. Sabres forward curling. High in the zone. They drop it back to the defenseman. That's intercepted briefly by Knapczyk, but can't gain control. Quick snapshot in on Jourdain. Hits a stick and goes wide. Baines will pick it up. Chip pass to Knapczyk, and he'll give chase. Smart play by the Sabres defenseman to chip it out over the blue line for the Iceman to have to tag up. Outlet pass. Forced off a Sabres player's stick by Vanderham. Vanderham and Baines in here. Sawyers pinches down, but the Sabres are back the other way, 2-on-1, as Knapczyk back on the backtrack to help out Foot and kill that play. Baines drives, pushed off the puck momentarily. He'll drive wide, continue to the net as Knapczyk is net front, as well as Vanderham. Baines drops it inadvertently to Vanderham, who dips and dives on the back end, looking to go low. Kicked aside. Baines gets the puck. Good puck retrieval here. Baines is going to look to hit Foot coming in from the point. That didn't work. Good job by Sawyers to break that play up at the neutral zone. In the neutral zone, and Foot will gain the blue line. And as a result of a line change, that is offside. Face off just outside the KC blue line, won by KC and worked in briefly into the Iceman zone. Weeks trying to finish his check on a Sabres player. Good job by Giamaroli to knock that down. Moves it to Gwinnett, and we have an infraction on the play. Looks to be a head contact penalty. And your Iceman will go back on the power play. Last power play for your Iceman had some zone time, unable to really get any quality scoring chances. Grozny to take the draw. He's out here with Baines, Vanderham, Ferris, and Homulus. Good outlet pass, good breakout by the Icemen here as they gain the zone. And the call is blown down on the offside. Face off just in front of the Iceman bench. Crosby in to take the draw, and he'll win it cleanly back to Homulus. Over to Ferris. Ferris hounded off the puck briefly, but he'll gain the zone. Ferris back to Vanderham. Vanderham over to Homulus. Back to Vanderham. Vanderham surveys his options. Looking to go through the seam. That doesn't work as he tried to move it to Baines. And that's picked off and thrown down the ice. Outlet pass by Homulus to Ferris, to Baines. Quick shot. Steered aside by the Sabres goaltender's blocker. He tried to go up short side. Another shot again. Sabres tender sharp on that blocker side. Steers that up into the netting. As Baines tried to go short side upstairs again. A couple looks from distance, but nothing yet, as the Icemen win the draw. Weeks along the half wall on the far side. He'll shoot that. That goes off the Sabres stick and back up to the blue line. Over the stick of Foot. He'll move it to his D partner Sawyer. Sawyer's trying to evade a check, and he'll readdress the situation behind his own net. Moves it up to Weeks, up to Knapsick. Knapsick drives in, protects the puck well, moves it back to the point. Can't be held in by Sawyers as it handcuffed him on the back end. Icemen have to tag up. Weeks will come back in. 14 seconds on the power play. Weeks looks out of the corner. Quick shot. I think hit the mask of the Sabres goaltender. Fought off into the corner. Weeks will get it back again. Give and go. Oh, nice try by Knapsick. Give and go with Weeks, and just out of the reach of Weeks, and the penalty is going to expire. We are back to 5-on-5. So your Icemen unable to capitalize on the power play. And that puck will be down into the Icemen zone for an icing. Crosby in to take the draw. Crosby, Gwinnett, and Giamaroli. Giamaroli's going to give chase on a forecheck. Trying to force a turnover. Good job. A good hustle by Giamaroli to force the Sabres player to bail out and fire it up into the netting. The faceoff will be back in the Sabres zone to the left of the keeper. Ferris and Carrier, the defensive duo on the ice currently. Hot shot off a face-off win by Porozny. Fired over the net by Giamaroli. Good clean win for Giamaroli to get that right in his wheelhouse. Snapshot, high riser up over the net. Giamaroli will move that to the front of the net, trying to center that for Porozny. Porozny, good stick to poke it off the Sabres defender. It's back to the point, but not out. Carrier tries to move that up to the forwards. Ferris will keep that in. Put it back down low. Grozny out of the corner. Tries to get loose, and that'll slide gingerly into the Sabres goaltender for a whistle. Linesman getting his money's worth as he has to escort people back and forth like recess. I was going to say like a teacher at recess. Schoolyard patrol. A little pushing and shoving, maybe a little bit of frustration on behalf of the Icemen who put the pressure on here in the second period, but have not yet capitalized. Work back up to Baines. Baines over to Sawyers. Sawyers shot right on net. Well, it's momentarily loose in front of the net as Knapczyk was ready to pounce. Sawyers goaltender grabbed that. Face-off won by Vanderham. Moved up to the point briefly. Good job by Vanderham. Give it to Baines. And Baines centers that to Knapczyk. Great intention. 3 quick passes in succession. Almost had your Icemen cutting the deficit to 1. Chip back into the Iceman zone. Vanderham centering this line. Comes back to support the defenseman, and Knapczyk is away. Knapczyk on a breakaway. Knapczyk in. Tries to go up over the blocker of the Sabres tender, and again, he's got the answer on the blocker side. Gets just a piece of it as it went up into the netting. Knapczyk having to corral that from behind himself on the backhand. Able to get a great shot away. He put it where he wanted. The Sabres tender got a piece of it. Again, a clean draw win by Weeks right back to Gwinnett. The Sabres tender able to get a piece of it with his left pad. Another face-off win. Great job by Weeks. Clean draw win. Gwinnett got it. Moved it back up to Foot at the point. Foot with a shot in on net. So some different face-off options off the draw in the offensive zone for the Iceman. Carrier gets in on his man below his man and keeps the puck in on a good pinch. Puck worked around to the other side, and Foot will pinch down with Weeks back in support. Gwinnett to Carrier. Carrier tries to get that shot off. He's hounded along the way. Puck is out to the Sierra bench. The Sabres able to work it to the weak side and get it into the Sierra zone. Gwinnett takes a shot up high. We're going to have some extracurricular activities. This is the first shot by the Sabres player was up into Gwinnett's mask, and he is none too impressed. You have to always be wary of letting these little grudge matches go during the game as things sometimes boil over. The official electing not to call any infractions or coincidentals. And we will continue on here with just over a minute remaining in this second period. Great tip pass up to Porozny by Smith. Porozny's got a step. He's in, forehand, backhand, forehand, up over the glove of the Sabres tender to cut the lead to 1. So to be Porozny from Smith. Time of the goal, 1955. 1855, my apologies. You often think of momentum switches. You often think of momentum swings, and this would be one of them there. Your Icemen scoring late in the second period to cut the lead to 1. And looking to push for this last shift and take this momentum into the dressing room after 2 periods and right into the third period. Porozny in to take the draw. Porozny, Smith, and Knapczyk. Smith will pick that up. Get it just in over the blue line, and Ferris lowers the boom at center ice on his man as the outlet pass came to his man, and Ferris filled him in. Sticks and bodies flying just outside the Sierra blue line as the puck might have not even been on the playing surface. Puck kept in by the Sabres, worked down into the zone, and smart play by Ferris to move it deep into the Sabres zone Well, they have to tag up. The officials not calling too many men. I thought the Sear was going to get a too many men penalty as the puck hit a player going to the bench on the line change. And Smith finishes his man into the boards as 40 minutes will expire. Your Icemen, after 40 minutes, trail